We begin here with a wildfire in Clackamas County. The crews have been battling since just after midnight and has forced some evacuations near Canby. Thanks for joining us for this KGW News update. I'm Drew Carney. So this fire near Canby is one of several that are burning in the area right now. KGW's Thomas Schultz joins us from Clackamas County with the latest. Thomas, let's start with where you are exactly and what you're seeing right now.
Yeah, well, Drew, we're just off of South End Road on some private property near Canby, and right behind us, you can see that there's still a heavy presence of firefighters who, like you mentioned, have been out here since around midnight. I mean, they've been out here for, at this point, 12 hours now. Recently, a helicopter has arrived from the Dalles and is dumping water on the flames as well, which seems to have made a significant impact. All morning long, fire crews from across the area have come here, ensuring that this fire doesn't creep up a ridge and closer to people's homes. Now, there are level 3 go now evacuation orders in place from 99 East to Reflection Lane, then west to milepost 16 on Highway 99 East, and then south to South End Road. People needing shelter can go to Gardner Middle School in Oregon City. And residents say that early this morning, there was panic due to this fire.
We actually could see the flames from our property, and then I know when it first hit, our neighbors were evacuating their livestock and in a rush to get out and ask them if they need help, and they were at a moment there, they were just at a place where they thought they were losing it all.
And you can see here, I mean, still that heavy presence here. Canby fire's here, Clackamas fire as well, and the sheriff's office is out here too. And those residents told us that if it wasn't for this fast acting, that quick arrival time by firefighters, they're not sure what would have happened to their homes. But because of that, they're feeling much safer, fortunately, now. Drew?
All right, Thomas Schultz reporting there from rural Clackamas County. Meanwhile, we're also tracking the Lee Falls fire. That one's burning in rural Washington County. The Cherry Grove area near Hag Lake, which is home to about 500 people, remains under level 3 go now evacuation orders. This particular fire spread rapidly yesterday, smoke filling the air for most of the day. This video we're showing you here will eventually show people that were taking off yesterday, getting away from the fire as quickly as they could. We saw some of them heading out pulling trailers that were full of livestock, taking them to an evacuation site.
When we left, I could see the flames above the trees, the ashes were coming down. My skin was super hot, it was hard to breathe. We were just trying to gather up all of the animals that we could, as I'm sure people can hear them all over, get them in the cars, load it up, and just take off with what we had.
For the latest information on both of these fires and others that are burning right now in Oregon and Washington, you can text the word wildfire to that number on your screen, 503-226-5088. We'll text you back a link to the section on our website that includes up-to-date numbers on local fires, evacuation orders, and evacuation sites. Rod, of course, weather plays a big factor in all of this firefighting. So what do you have for us today?
Well, let's start with air quality and what the models are showing for the wildfire smoke. The numbers, believe it or not, are still in the good to moderate range from the reporting sites that Oregon DEQ gives us information on. Here's our wildfire smoke model, and you can see the Lee Falls smoke plume. That's, of course, in southern Washington County, and with the northwesterly wind flow today, it's pulling that smoke down through parts of Yamhill County and down towards Salem. There's a pretty good smoke plume in Clackamas County, and here's the larger one with that fire coming off of Mount Adams. And that larger one is responsible for the air quality advisory that's still up today for much of Clark County, but not including the city of Vancouver, and then up into Cowlitz County and over into Skamania County. Again, air quality reports generally have been good to moderate. Good on the west side, east as you go to the east side of I-5, you run into the moderate reports. Here's how smoky and hazy it looks in the Wells Fargo Tower, but that's a little deceiving because a lot of that is actual cloud cover that's been caught in the upper level flow that's drifting overhead, and that's good news because it's holding temperatures down a little bit. So 76 degrees at noon today, 85 at 3 o'clock. Upper 80s to maybe 90 for a high, so that's down from yesterday's 96. And coming up, my 7-day takes temperatures even further down, which is, of course, improving news. We'll have that for you coming up, Drew.
Yeah, before we get to your 7-day, Rob, we have a few other local stories to get to, starting here with Oregon, currently dealing with the state's largest measles outbreak since 2019. At least 25 people in Marion, Clackamas, and Multnomah counties have contracted measles over the last 2 months. Health experts say vaccinations are key to preventing measles, but nearly 9% of all kindergartners in the state are not vaccinated. A Portland preschool is threatening to sue Multnomah County over its deflection center. So this is a place where police officers can send people who are caught with hard drugs once that becomes illegal again in Oregon starting next month. The center is located a block away from Escuela Viva Community School in Portland's Central East Side. A lawyer for the preschool sent a letter to county officials demanding that they pause plans for the deflection center and threatening them with litigation if they don't. The lawyer says it poses a threat to children at the school.
Individuals that are desperate or in crisis in that proximity to children is not a recipe for safety.
The county has had numerous discussions with both the businesses and neighbors, and will continue to do so. The county is committed to being a good neighbor to these residents and business owners.
The second person we heard from there is a spokesperson for Multnomah County who also told us the county is still reviewing the lawyer's letter and that the county is planning to have 2 security guards at the center at all times. Well, a classic toy has become a gold mine for crooks. In this brand new KGW investigative report, Kyla Boshi looks into why thieves have started targeting Legos and why they consider them so valuable.
From Springfield to Hillsboro, Sherwood to Bend, police across Oregon are finding stolen Legos, often worth thousands of dollars.
So you jacked Legos from Target, is that what I just saw?
So what's up with all these stolen Legos? To find out, we looked through court records, crime reports, body cam video, and police evidence, and here's what we found. Who is stealing? Police say Legos are being targeted by both organized crime rings and individual shoplifters. Often, thieves steal to feed a drug habit.
Then you get cash every day to keep the next fix going, or multiple times a day, and you have to turn and burn and steal things to make cash to buy the drugs.
This guy arrested in Bend told police he needed quick cash.
Why did you jack Legos from Target?
Just because I'm homeless and just trying to use it to make some money to be able to sleep at the hotel.
Why Lego sets? Legos are popular among thieves because of their street value. They're easy to resell and hard to trace. Police reports show stolen Lego sets listed on Facebook Marketplace and other online platforms. So, how are they stolen? Retail theft is nothing new. Over the years, we've seen thieves rip off Lego sets from local shops and big box retailers. Some are sophisticated operations, swapping barcodes, while other criminals just walk out the front door. One recent example, police in Springfield recovered more than $200,000 in stolen Lego sets allegedly ripped off from Target, Fred Meyer, Walmart, and Barnes & Noble. According to police, a store in Eugene paid criminals cash for Lego sets, knowing the merchandise was stolen.
We talked to numerous people, and almost every person that came out with Legos mentioned brick builders like clockwork. It was every time the same story, the same price tags, the same stuff they were wanting, and it was just, at one point just too much to ignore, really.
Many large retailers lock up their Lego sets or use anti-theft devices, but consumers can help too. Deeply discounted or suspicious-looking Lego sets found online or elsewhere are probably stolen, so don't buy them. Kyle Aboshi, KGW News.
All right, next up here, we're turning our attention to the local forecast. Rod Hill in the studio with all the details.
Well, the reports say it's better than it looks. That's what I say about myself, actually. Here's a look at our air quality map.
What are you talking about? Air quality. Got it.
Air quality, yeah. Still, green is good, yellow is moderate. We still have this large area down the southwestern corner of our state where it's very unhealthy. And I mentioned earlier in the show that a lot of the overcast today is cloudiness, mid to high level clouds kind of mixed in with the wildfire smoke. I did show you the air quality advisories earlier in the show. A reminder, you've got increasing smoke as you head up into parts of southwest Washington. Here's a visible satellite picture, and see all of this right here? That's actually cloudiness, not smoke that's kind of drifting overhead. It's more sunny when you get south of Portland. Our Cannon Beach live camera trying to break up a little bit. If you look up at the top of the screen, generally there has not been much sun yet today along the coast, and we still think that some areas could stay fairly overcast all day long. Here's the west side of the Portland Metro out over the Reserve Vineyards and Golf Club below, and really that looks about as overcast as we had that view earlier looking off to the east. But when you drop down into the mid-valley, here's Willamette Valley Vineyards just off of I-5 south of Salem. That's nice blue sky. So some areas getting a much brighter day so far than we're seeing here in the Rose City. Temperatures at midday, 73 in Portland, 76 in Salem, the Dow 78 degrees. We're absolutely expecting most areas east of the Cascades to get up to around 90 for a high temperature today. Here are those numbers at 5 o'clock. 89 John Day, 92 in Burns, low 90s in Madras and Bend. Still reports of a lot of haze in the sky, but some of the cameras show it's not as hazy today as it was yesterday in places like Sisters. And then you've got temperatures in the upper 80s to around 90 up and down I-5 this afternoon. There's no storm chance out east, so everybody will be dry today. And our 7-day shows great promise for the crews that are battling the wildfires because a cooler forecast over a long stretch of time should allow them to be more aggressive in the days ahead in their battles. 90 today, still warm tomorrow, but not 90, 87. Could be some early clouds on Sunday, 82, and all of next week still looks to be much, much more comfortable. 77 on Monday and Tuesday, and right now I show low 80s on Wednesday and Thursday, and the models are still hinting at a decent chance of some rain that following Friday and Saturday into the weekend following, which will be not this weekend, but next.
I'm following you, Rob.
Yes,
I'm following you. And following your weather report, we have this baseball update. Groundbreaking day was yesterday for the Hillsboro Hops. So the city of Hillsboro is investing $18 million into the $120 million project to build the Hops a brand new baseball stadium. It's going to hold up to 7,000 people and is expected to be ready here in 2 years, just in time for the 2026 season. And also, it will not just be for baseball. Take a listen.
Actually, this venue is going to be all about community. And so it's going to host outdoor concert events and other community events between the different theme nights that they have, just to make a community feel invited, feel inclusive, feel represented, feel honored. It's a little emotional.
The new ballpark is going up right next to the Hops' current stadium, where the team will continue to play while all this construction is happening. What do you say we say play ball, Rod?
Play ball.
How about these words? Let's get out of here.
Okay. There's our live shop in Paris. I'm going to miss this next week.
Yes, we're not going to have this come Monday, but yeah, there are still a few days left as far as competition goes for the Olympic Games in Paris. Be sure to tune in to KGW-TV later today, tomorrow, and Sunday as the Olympic action wraps up.